raining in the city. Well, not anymore in the city of Los Angeles. The rain stopped. Let me rephrase. It was raining in the city. And after the rain in the city of angels, the skies are clear for once, and you can feel God's judgment all the harsher. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Long Lost Noir, our noir campaign here on Long Lost Lore. The game is called Grey in the Dark, not Long Lost Noir. That was the original. It just says it there on the thing. My name's Philip, and I'm the Noir Master, and joining me are my wonderful players. Hi, players. It's good to see all of you.
Nice to see you too.
Hi, Noir Master.
Hi, everybody.
Master of Noir.
Hello, players.
This time I didn't say anything. And listen, they all
not.
replied. They just don't like getting demands made of them.
I don't negotiate.
I don't, yeah. I don't negotiate. I'm actually going to mention to, I think, so KJ knows this, but I'll actually mention to the others of you. Oh, and Anthony is unfortunately not here tonight, but he didn't play this game, so this means nothing. Last night in our Lost Lore Academia game, off a very weird and kind of random thing that happened, and then KJ realizing something preposterous, they have summoned their first location. And being big-time overachievers, said location was Course Court. So our players have basically a copy of Course Court with all of its statues and secret safes, which they don't know about those yet, and also, you know, some of the safes with their weird erotic materials.
So, KJ being there is not a problem then?
Oh, no, it's all above. But basically,
it really is a problem anywhere I am, honestly.
What KJ realized was somebody was asking about that, and like Wednesday line was like, yeah, sure, get Course Court. It's a nice place. Nothing creepy happens there. I make good stuff in the kitchen and help really well with autopsies, and I was like, yeah, you guys could try it. In my head, I'm like, no, that's like an impossible thing to do. And KJ said, hey, aren't there literally plans for it in the book? I was like, you know what? If you guys roll insane, I will give you a huge one to start with, and then I'll have to get more locations in crazy ways. And they rolled insane, so it's fine. So basically, good old Course Court. Oh, and we referenced Lord Reginald because another character asked Wednesday if the place was haunted, and she was like, yeah, this one guest kept thinking he saw ghosts, but there weren't any ghosts. Fun times, but tonight we are here for a different kind of fun time. A fun time called Grey in the Dark, Long Lost Noir, Noir Confidential, Noir PG. I said that last week, but that was the one thing people seem to like. If you recall, last week we sort of left on a genuine bona fide cliffhanger, where, as in the, and I showed you guys the numbers on it and all because it's just too fucking funny. But once again, long running gimmick with this here group is that these people take bad guys down to 1 hit point more than any other party I've ever seen. And it happened again, and he disengaged and leapt up into the sky. And I even made the Instagram post about it, a picture of a ladder going into clouds. If you search ladder going into clouds on the Canva stock photo thing, why are there so many pictures of ladders going into clouds? That's what I want to know.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah, seems to be a real common thing in stock photography. Yes, basically you guys had gone up there in the hopes of saving a woman from a monkey, ape. Her name is Paulette, and she is ooh, the glass ceiling. Nice. I like that. Sophia distracted. That's probably why. So basically, you were trying to rescue this nightclub singer who you also believe is a College of Nightclubs bard who might be able to help you take an emotional journey to Leticia, which is the sort of Fairyland's equivalent of Anabythe. So that you might,
that's good.
You might, oh yeah, it's in the book. That's one of the subclasses in there. In your hopes that maybe that way, this is like a real like multi-level fetch quest basically, because it's like if we do that, then then from, you know, Angry Daisy Crypt Willow, your friend Tasha Brunoni could maybe get books that will bring color back. Because Duchess has hope, which is the saddest part of all. So you went up here.
She's gonna come through the phone and fucking cut you. Like, keep that shit up.
I don't... Okay, listen. I haven't done one wrong thing.
You absolutely...
I haven't done one thing wrong.
You fucking have. You know you have.
What I've done is I've just set up a situation. And it's not my fault. But it's, like, the main thing that I've learned...
You've set up the situation. It is absolutely your fault.
The main thing I've learned from, like, recent presidents and other, like, cool men in power is that, like, okay, here, I apologize that your feelings have been hurt.
Oh my
god!
You didn't. You did not.
I didn't kill her, Your Honor. The bullets in the 10-story fall did.
We're canceling the Noir Master.
We're canceling
Yeah,
this
you
whole channel.
canceled.
Whatever, it's a Noir thing. They'll elect me again for all this. You'll see.
God. That's how it works.
God, no,
in
don't
Noir
even go
world.
there.
Philip could kill a man in the middle of Hollyberry and still get elected.
You have to
My
vote
supporters.
for one of us. It's a two-party system.
No, we could vote for third party. Go ahead, throw your vote away. So, in any event, Duchess would love to bring color back. So, she's trying to help Tasha do so by granting Angry Daisy Crypt Willow another source of power at a place called Leticia, through the Fairylands, through the Material Plane, through to the Shadow World, to a place called Anabythe, about which you guys have a lot of good intel. You basically have the full map of Anabythe Castle, which old King Uplank sort of plunged into despair in his sadness after a betrayal. In order to do this, you were trying to rescue a woman named Paulette. Now, Nario wanted you to rescue her because of dating, but he seems kind of codependent and gross, as we've learned. So, not Mario. Mario is an upstanding person, but Nario...
Yes, how dare you?
Bad news. So in any case, yes, in your goal here, you have made the ape run away. He has hightailed it, quite literally, up into the clouds. Now, a whistle blew, and the barrels are falling again. But I will actually say, like, the barrels are not falling at... I mean, somebody can pull Scrakk out of the way so he doesn't get splatted. But, like, the barrels, like, you guys are kind of on, like, a larger space here. Leo, you're actually safe. You're off the building. But the rest of you are there. Barrels are falling. But,
He's safe as he falls off.
Float.
I'm post cliffhanger. I'm now just falling off.
Yeah, you're just. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All spells reset when we start a new session, so you're falling again. The feather falls.
Wait,
all
what?
spells end. Just kidding. So yes. So basically, yeah, as he got thrown off into the mist, he's sort of falling. The monkey jumped up. Ape. Cranky Kong. Oh, and he got the monkey got old. Like Cranky Kong, because that's the one that was original. You know, you can't write this stuff, folks, because it's bad. So, at this point, we're sort of resuming with... That was Kong's turn. I'm going back to initiative order, because we do have a man on the ground. But Kong has disappeared from your vision, Duchess. A whistle has blown. The barrels are sort of falling again, which means... I would say Dominic and Luminus, you guys, without, like, you can get away from a barrel as it comes to you. It's not like the barrels are not, you cannot climb down that ladder right now, because the barrels are kind of, like, going, like, between, or you'd have to make a check to, like, get past a barrel to get down the ladder, but you're not in immediate danger. Scrakk, I'm going to say evens is in no immediate danger. Odds to make things fun is in immediate danger. Evens, I roll a 6. Roll a 6 on the brand new, I'll show it off here, some Haunted Mansion dice I just received from
You must have a lot of dice.
I mean, you know.
That wasn't a good movie, though.
That's okay, it's a ride, sir. It's a long-lived ride. It's a really rad. It's a really rad level from the NES game Adventures in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh god, that is old.
I don't know if any of you video game fans know that, but oh my gosh,
Yes.
did I love that
Yes,
NES
I do.
game. Look that up, you youngsters. If you want to know about that's a game. It was basically like 7 different multi games where it's like it's like there's like an Autopia car thing, and like it's like a side scroll. It's like you're doing like a Zelda style map around the Magic Kingdom, and then you go on different rides and you have to fight stuff. It's like Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean are like platformers. Space Mountain is hard as hell.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like back on like the NES when it was like go do with this exact.
You look like an employee that got lost from the Indiana Jones ride.
You really that's accurate.
Yeah, because you're wearing that hat. Yeah.
So anyway, as Haunted Mansion predates the movie is my point. As evidence, see that video game, not the ride. But yes, I got these from an anonymous benefactor who can identify themselves if they ever want to. So the point being, very cool stuff. With a 6, Scrakk. You guys look for a moment as like the first barrel like rolls right next to Scrakk, but Scrakk is just like 6 inches shy, and the barrel just bounces past and begins
Because he's
down.
small.
He is very small, so it's hard for you couldn't hit him with a barrel from monkeys. Duchess, initiative is going to you. You have your bazooka out. Paulette is sort of like hiding partially behind you. The monkey has disappeared from view. Is there anything Old Kong, as I'm calling him now, is there anything you would like to do in this moment?
Do I think I could? I think if I just like ran to the foot of that ladder, would I be able to see him and shoot my bazooka just straight up?
We even said this when you guys like with like the really good stuff, like the fog becomes incredibly thick in the sky, so you could attempt like a perception roll if you wanted to
Do
try.
I think he's still on the ladder? If I
She
just
could
shot
just-
the ladder,
yeah,
would
you
he
straight
come
up.
falling down?
You could definitely shoot up at the ladder. It would be at disadvantage because he's kind of, at a thing, and I'd have to roll a thing to see if he's sort of where you're shooting, but you could just shoot blind up the ladder.
Can I just shoot the ladder that I can see, destroy the ladder, and him come falling down?
Ooh, yeah, sure. Okay. I mean,
Checking the beanstalk this.
you can absolutely
Yeah.
shoot the ladder for sure.
Okay, then that's what I do.
All right. So as you aim at the ladder, and you do have 2 attacks, let me do every DM's favorite thing, which is figuring out AC and hit points of inanimate objects. So go ahead and make your first attack against the ladder, against like the good steel ladder. It's not going to be nothing.
First attack, 17 plus 7, 24.
Okay, guess what? A 24 hits a ladder. Please roll
Yes.
your damage.
6.
6 points of damage. All right, so you, in your sort of magical paint, kind of impacts the ladder and shakes it. You can take another shot.
I am, absolutely.
So the question,
Oh my god, 17 again, so 24.
All right. The question,
is this a
Doc?
consumer grade ladder or an industrial grade ladder?
It does seem to be a more industrial. I mean, the fact that a monkey was able to climb on it, or a giant Old Kong was able to climb, demonstrates
10
that.
damage this time.
10 more damage. Okay. I will say that with 16 damage to the ladder, you certainly see that, like, there has been some weakening of it to an extent. But it has not been destroyed. It is Nario's turn. Let's see. Can anyone hear Nario right now? No. So Nario just kind of... It's probably for the best that nobody hears Nario's thoughts on what it means to be a nice guy. Leona, you are falling... You fall 60 feet per round, right? I believe that's what Featherfall does.
Yeah.
Then you fall your second round. I guess you could take an action if you want to, but right now you're just falling down kind of the side of a 160-foot building.
No, I'm just kind of... There's nothing I can really do. Nothing would reach, and I can't see them, so...
Love it. Luminus.
Can I move Scrakk to a more safer location?
You can absolutely move Scrakk to a safer location. I'll tell you what. If you'd like to make a medicine check, even if you roll a 1, maybe his condition will get worse. But unless you roll a 1, you won't hurt him. But if you get a 10 or higher on a medicine check, you will actually stabilize him. That's how it works.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he does need that. Sure.
Just don't roll a 1, because then you will actually be killing him. Did you roll a 1?
You rolled a 1.
All right, now it's a party. All right. So.
Womp womp.
Why are these hands made for killing?
Sha'Nehl, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You're over there with Duchess, who she started sort of firing on the thing.
Of course.
Well, okay, I saw what Duchess did, and I joined in and attack the ladder.
How will you attack it?
With my whip, you know,
So you'll
try
kind of
to like
you'll run
yank
over
it.
to it and just try to like snap it with a whip. All right, go ahead and make your attack with your whip. Also, Sha'Nehl, last turn was the one where you did not get to take an action. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you can actually attack twice if you'd like to.
Okay, I rolled a 10 and a 2. Never mind. Attack. 16 to hit.
16 will hit the ladder.
And the hell is it? I lost my die. Okay. Oh, 6 plus 3 plus 2, so 11 damage.
11 more points of damage. Nice. As you sort of like wrap your whip around it, so basically you had 1 hit and 1 miss.
Yes.
So basically you wrap your whip around and you're sort of pulling, and you do see that you're like managing to like disentangle like one of the rungs, and you're kind of messing with part of the side of it. So you're doing some damage to it, but it is still at present standing. Scrack's turn. If I roll a 1, he's dead.
Do not roll a
Like
1.
dead?
Yeah. Because he has 1 success and 1 failure, so a 1 counts as 2.
Mm-hmm.
I roll a 10. That's a success.
Okay.
2 successes. 1 failure.
Have we ever, like with this group, has any one of us ever just fucking died and not come back? You came back. You came back.
Yeah, you resurrected me.
Yeah,
I mean, it took a lot of effort for me to come back. From
He's
the
been
dead.
reincarnated.
Yeah,
People have been reincarnated, but in this
Reincarnated.
in this group, no, I don't know that we've ever had like a
a
sort
whole
of
new character
super,
after.
yeah, a whole new character final style death.
He never managed to kill us before we got the ability to bring people back.
Yeah.
Dominic, it's your turn.
Rin was all too happy to just like new person, yay!
So, question:
Yo,
how is the contraption that actually makes the barrels descend?
the barrels seem to be like falling from above, and there's kind of like a it's almost like they fall into sort of a pile, and really I should just have it be that they fall down and do it, but because there's a bunch of barrels up there, I'm saying that like they fall into a stack. It's like each time one lands on the top, that knocks the one at the bottom, and then they fall down. That's what I imagine.
I mean, does that mean that the ones at the bottom are just not moving, and someone could just wedge something to stop the entire contraption?
You could certainly wedge something to try to stop the contraction, but you're not going to be like, barrels are falling from the sky almost like in an infinite rate. So you don't know that would like gum up the works so much as just cause barrels to, you know what, make an investigation roll. Dominic, you can do that for your action if you'd like. And I'll let you. Well, yeah, it's bonus action. You're an investigator. That's fine. Yeah.
Not that type. That's not that type of gumshoe.
I know. Even so, give it a shot.
All right.
I mean, you want to spend a clue point?
I spent them all already.
Perfect.
7. I do not know. I'm not. Why am I so bad at math?
I don't know math, so I don't know if wedging something there would do it. It might. It very well might.
All right. I'm just gonna take the direct path because I'm gonna trust Duchess and Sha'Nehl can stop the damn monkey. I'm just gonna run up to the pile of barrels and just, what do I have? Wedge myself? Is there anything, some sort of lock mechanism?
Oh no. Make a perception
We're
check.
gonna have two dead people now.
Make a perception check, Dom. This is delightful.
19 plus a lot.
I would say that if you're trying to like wedge barrels in place, you do actually see like there is like construction-y equipment up here. So the idea of like getting like a crowbar and maybe like a crate and just trying to like wedge one of those in front of the next barrel that's about to sort of shoot out when one falls from above, you could attempt that. I'd let that just be an athletics to try to wedge something in. Oh boy.
Are there any ropes up here?
Yeah, you could try to tie it. I'm sure there's rope or chain, sure.
Yeah, sure. Something like that. Athletics.
I asked for different reasons, but sure.
Yeah, I don't think killing the monkey would necessarily stop this whole shenanigans from flattening.
You're missing the point.
Do we just want to kill the monkey?
Ape, yes. So we
I
want to
need
kill
it
the dirty ape.
Damn dirty ape.
Oh, she needs it for proof. I forgot. This has nothing to do with the mission. This is about Star Fox.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. This is about that guy from a small Midwestern town called Corneria. It's the 4th town in Lilac County.
All right.
The evil boss Andros. He's the big guy around there. Oh man.
All right. If you convince me, then yes, I'll
Town Mayor Pepper.
Right fist, left fist, attack the rungs of the ladder. Then.
Oh, okay. So you are not going to die when all the barrels explode on you. Perfect. Okay, yeah, go for it. Attack the ladder. This is a right fist, but probably more. It's less punching, and you're probably just like ripping ladder apart and all that stuff. Yeah.
17 plus 5 is 22.
That'll hit.
18 plus 5 is 23.
Those will both hit. Do your damn damage.
D8s plus 2 each of them. 9 plus 4 is 13 total.
13 total. All right.
1 HP.
So I'm gonna say, Dominic, we'll probably say it is more of like a wrenching than a punching. But Dominic, you kind of, Sha'Nehl's been like putting some, bending some bars, and Dominic, you just come over and where that animated mystic paint has sort of shifted stuff. You and you guys hear like a scraping of metal, squeaking, bending of metal with this orcish power. As Dominic, you do in fact like rip kind of like out by the rung. You rip like a section of this ladder out. And the ladder just sort of continues hanging in air.
Oh, come on. Of course.
This whole thing is held up by like ladders that lead up to a thing. There's like there's clearly some magical stuff. I will say Scrakk could have told you that for free, but he's unconscious. So you have broken the ladder. But
it's still attached.
But it still seems to be going up. And talk of like beanstalks and things in the cloud, especially in a Nario context. The idea that maybe this ladder is almost like, held in place by whatever's up above rather than extending from here.
All right. Well, that sucks.
With that, it is Paulette's turn. Paulette will say, so I guess, thanks for the rescue. Are you ready to get out of here, guys? Or, cause he might be, I don't know, he might be getting ready to come back. Is it maybe now's a good enough time to just get gone, right? With this rescue and all, she's kind of like she's eyeing the barrels that keep falling, and she's like, you have a way down or anything, or are we gonna,
Are we out of?
We're not going to be out of initiative until something has happened with Scrakk one way or the other.
One way or the other.
Kong's turn.
Fortunate for him, our only healers falling off.
Do we have healers? Like.
Yo, Leona can heal.
I can hear.
Yeah, but she's
Just throw Scrakk. Just throw Scrakk down after.
Yeah, here
Go
goes
down
Scrakk,
after.
Wait, no.
Do none of you have healing
You
spells?
can definitely die from the.
None of them have.
No.
I mean, maybe
I
Luminus.
don't think I can get healing spells.
Yeah, no, it's not really. It's not really the believer's way. The believer's not about healing you. The believer's about healing them through violence.
Yeah.
And
that's fair.
damaging.
I think
Through violence.
Spiritual heal.
I'll actually
So
say,
we're
in response to you sort of doing this, though, you do hear, like, more, like, we'll even say that you seem to hear Kong, like, getting off of the ladder above you. You hear, like pounding, clanging, and, like, a couple loud, like, boom, boom footsteps, and almost the cloud sort of, like, to a certain extent.
All right. Question.
Yes, it's Duchess's turn, but go ahead and ask a question, Tom.
What's the fall damage calculation? Just so I know.
It is
1d6 per 10.
1d6 per 10 feet, capped at 20.
1d6 per 10 feet. We're 150 feet above the ground.
160.
160. 1d6 times.
16d6, 2 fireballs. You thinking of jumping?
I'm thinking. 16d6.
Well, as you think about that, Duchess, what would you like to do? So your plan to blow up the ladder in it didn't have the full cartoon thing of you sawed the ladder off, then you guys fell, but it kind of just the ladder still hanging there, almost as if like connected up above to something in some strange way. Actually, you know what? Even though there is mystical stuff here, I'll give you guys a, there'll be a, when Dominic finishes pulling the ladder apart, the ladder does not fall. But I will say, you do notice the ladder, it's moving kind of like, maybe like on like a, like 3 or 4 inch, it's basically staying in place, but there's a bit of a movement.
Can I
to
just
it.
go up it?
You can climb up the ladder if you'd like.
Now's
Yeah.
not the time, Duchess.
I mean, could be.
You're entirely welcome to climb up the ladder.
Let the monkey go.
Oh.
Why? Why
Because
should
I
everything
potentially
go?
ruined my marriage over trying to get color back, and goddamn, am I going to do everything possible to do it?
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, ladder.
All right.
This is all I
Duchess?
have now, boss. I'm sorry.
Chaos is a ladder. Oh, yeah.
Chaos is a ladder. All right, Duchess, as you begin to climb up the ladder, you, I'll tell you what, make an, athletics is probably not your forte. Do you have any skill or any pitch for me of how you could, how you'd be climbing faster than usual here?
Acrobatics?
Go ahead. Duchess can kind of like somersault up the ladder. I'm fine with it. Give it a shot.
21.
You were needing a 20 to sort of get higher, get faster. Are you willing to use your action to dash?
Yes.
Okay, so Duchess.
No, wait, dash. Fine. Yes, yes,
You are.
yes.
Okay. So basically, Duchess begins like climbing swiftly up this ladder. You're moving through fog. I was actually pointing out recently that if anyone was just a smoking one, you could be seeing through all this fog, no problem. But as you guys climb up this ladder quickly, and as you're moving, you actually do feel this ladder is slightly like shifting. Like there is like a, like there's a bit of movement, a bit of sway to the ladder. You get up to the top, or as you get higher, you begin to see large wooden beams curving downwards, kind of like rising out. So I guess actually curving upwards from your perspective, but there seems to be like wooden beams like coming out of the mist, and the ladder that you're climbing is attached to those, and you hear clanging noises ahead of you and grunts of a monkey above. Also next to you,
Just one.
make a perception check.
21.
only hear one monkey. You maybe you hear other other footsteps, but it seems like there's like the monkey is like saying things to people or is grunting things to people. As you get a little bit higher through the mist, you do find that you are climbing up the side of a massive, what looks like an old-fashioned sailing ship, but it seems to be in the sky. And it seems that that is what this ladder is connected to.
Okay. Can I see him?
With your 21 perception, we'll say that you climb up to the top, and kind of like taking up much of the deck of this sort of like galleon-like ship is this monkey is kind of like lounging back, pointing at his wounds, grunting.
Wait, does this ship actually have a sail, or is it propellers?
It's funny you say propellers, because some of those like clanging sounds might actually be the sounds of like propellers of some kind. There are masts on the ship, though. There are like tall masts rising up into the sky.
Is this like the Rainbow Cruise Smash Bros level or something, or?
I was thinking more of a Mario Bros airship.
It's more Super Mario Bros. 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So Duchess Contessa, what would you like to do? You have actually
Can I do anything?
No, that's your movement and action. Yes, you have dashed up there.
Yeah.
So you sort of see all of this as the monkey's kind of grunting, and you hear like lines being thrown here and there. But you are up in the sky. I'll also say with that, you notice that these barrels are like falling off of the side of this ship, and they seem to be coming from. You're not sure if it's an apparatus or if it's a portal, but there just seems to be this like spot out of which just barrels kind of when you hear it like pounding down below. So there seems to be a barrel generator up here.
Okay.
Cool turn. Let's see. Can Nario get up? Wow, Nario rolls a natural 20. So basically, at this point, those of you down below sort of like hear Nario leaping, and like as a barrel comes over the side, Nario leaps over it and lands and just goes, "Paulette, thank God I came to rescue you." And he's kind of just going over there to talk to her. Leo, you land. You can take an action if you'd like. You're at the foot of this massive kind of construction tower thing going up.
Oh man. Hello? Anyone up there?
You guys
can you hear me?
You can hear him in the distance down there. He's calling.
If you're falling to your death, scream so I can catch you. That's my action.
All right.
Oh, I would like to check around me to make sure if is there anything like immediately dangerous around me, or is
yeah,
it
make a
like...
perception check. I guess there may be.
You are immediately surrounded by wolves.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything around him.
Oh god, no! Don't do random encounters within random encounters.
This wasn't a random encounter. You guys came here on purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't random.
It was random when we first
This feels
met,
random
but
to me.
8.
You don't notice anything. We'll leave it there. Luminus.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Luminus, you're holding Scrakk in your arms. Your attempts to like massage his chest back to like health led to your like slashing it open and blood coming out. But then he seemed to heal a bit on his own. What would you like to do? You've gotten him out of the way of harm. Dominic and Sha'Nehl are over at the base of that. Duchess has climbed up. What would you like to do?
I don't want to kill him. So now that he's out of Barrel's way,
Yeah.
I'm going to go up the ladder and help Duchess.
Understood. You'll move up the ladder. You're since you're not at it, you'll be like a few feet behind her. But if you dash up the ladder, give me an acrobatics or athletics check as well. See if you can like make it kind of swiftly up the thing.
None of us have medical training, do we?
I am not a medical man.
No.
That's a 13.
I'll say with a 13, you're because like climbing. I'm saying on a ladder, you're gonna be. You're faster than like the 1/2 speed climb, but you're a little slower than walking. So with a 13, you're sort of like you're doing a little better than average. You're able to kind of like swiftly get up there. So you can see Duchess above you, but she's maybe it'll take all your movement next turn to get up to where she is. Let's phrase it like that. With that, Sha'Nehl, it is your turn.
You said there were some ropes and things here. How long?
It's a construction site. We'll say you can find a long rope. That's not a problem.
Long enough to rappel down the side?
Very clever. Make a survival check. That's typically what not tying is. You're not good at those, I imagine. As an explorer.
Naturally, I'm good at survival.
I would imagine you're very good at survival as an explorer.
It was an OSHA
But I rolled a
compliant.
3, so that's not.
It's not an
good.
OSHA compliant
So
workspace.
it was an 8. Yeah, not good.
We'll say that Sha'Nehl, you're like, oh my gosh, like we could rappel, and you there's like between like 2 ropes you could rappel pretty easily, and you tie one of the ropes to the other rope and like throw it over the side to be like, let's see if that'll get down to the bottom, and
I forgot to tie them up.
and then your rope just like zoop, it's just like a zoop, and it just completely falls over the side. So you have one rope, you could maybe find more or other stuff. It's not a bad idea, but in this instance, you have not got it ready to go.
Can I have a wisdom or whatever check to regarding the feasibility of climbing into a barrel and rolling down?
That would probably be investigation. Give it a shot, sure.
Okay.
You're
While
probably
it's
okay
coming
at those.
you, jump into
Okay,
it.
I rolled a 14 and my investigation is a past 10, so it's 24.
24. You suspect that riding down in a barrel would probably it would injure you less than getting hit by a barrel, but would still hurt you. Riding down in a barrel would be great if you were riding over like a waterfall. You think you'd actually survive that, no problem. But the fact that you'd then be impacting the solid ground, you have concerns.
Multiple times.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. You don't fall straight off, you do bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna amend that. Yes, you actually think that riding down in a barrel you will take some damage, but it's certainly not the same as getting hit by one or falling off. Yeah, you think that if maybe you tried to like jump into like the barrel that was about to get like knocked off the end and go over, that because you then it would be unpleasant because you'll bounce back and forth, kind of like, ping-ponging down. But
It's like, okay.
you would survive. All right. Okay, so here's the thing where there's a 55% chance that I stabilize Scrakk now and we can just play this game. Or there's a 5% chance I kill him still. And there's a 55% chance. Okay, hold on. Here we go. 5% chance he's back up with a hit point, no one has to carry him. 50% chance he's stable but unconscious, someone has to carry him. 40% chance this goes on another round.
Just roll the die.
5% chance he's dead.
Just roll it.
Okay, I rolled a 7, so this is still continuing. So 1 success, 1 failure. Here we go, Scrakk. All right. Whose turn is it now?
Just throw him
Is
off
it
the
1
edge
success,
for
2 failures?
He has 2 success, 2 failures. He had 1 success last week. And
me. Why has
then
nobody tried to stabilize him?
he did, and he rolled a natural
Luminus
1 and
did
did a
try.
failure, and that counted as a failure.
Oh my god.
And I only counted it as
One
1
failure.
failure. I think it's supposed to be 2, but it's fine. What?
Yeah, it's only 1, right?
Yeah, it's only
It's
1.
only one when somebody else nat fails.
Nat fails. So Dominic, it's your turn. Right now, your employee of the month and customer of the month and employee number and second best employee of the month have just climbed up the ladder. The rat is laying over there, like bleeding out. Sha'Nehl is throwing ropes over the side. You're not sure what's going on with that. Sha'Nehl's throwing ropes over the side and looking into the side of a barrel with a blank mannequin expression going, and Leo was thrown off the side.
Alright, so I turn to Paulette, who's still in a cage, right?
She's not in a cage.
Paulette.
She's not.
She's not in a
She
cage.
was running around. Yeah.
She's out of it. Yeah, she was never like actually in a cage, which
Alright.
Yeah.
But in any case, so she's like Mario's talking to her about how he saved her, and she's like, "I'm so glad, thank you so much." But she's really just looking like, "We need to get out of here."
Right. So I'll pick up Scrakk. They're on a platform above where the things would be rolling, right?
Yes, a barrels roll over part of this platform, but Luminus got Scrakk out of that area.
All right. So can I pull Scrakk over to her where she has in that safe spot
Absolutely.
and say, "Singer, do you know how to heal wounds?"
Oh,
Singer.
as it happens,
Know her
actually,
name?
I
know.
have been known to sing a healing lyric or two. I suppose I could do that for this rat if you'd like. That's fine. She leans down and kind of she'll just sort of sing this sort of beautiful note to Scrakk. Gonna have her do an insight check on this unconscious rat.
She refuses to sing.
She does fine, but she sort of looks at him, sees his scholarliness, and she just sings. She's like, I'll do a healing word. Let's see. I always try to make sure my performance is really geared to someone. Also, Dominic, this is convenient because she is next in order. Okay. Is there anything else you were doing on your turn? He's small enough you still probably have an action if you're trying, but...
So then, if he was going to get to safety, I'm going to plan my escape route by... similarly to Sha'Nehl, getting some sort of pulley or rope system.
Okay,
or something.
you're kind of looking around for ropes. So Sha'Nehl's looking into the barrels. You're looking around for other ropes, pulleys, chains, and things. Great. She leans down over Scrakk and simply sings. She says, "I love to base my really target my healing word to the person." So she just sings to Scrakk. Books. And Scrakk wakes up like, huh? What? Where?
Science.
What if she just sings the periodic table? Hydrogen, helium. What's number 3, boron?
I don't know them in order. I forget.
No,
No, she's. Oh wait, no.
That is Paulette's. Actually, that's Paulette's bonus action. As an action, she'll just kind of like pat Scrakk on the head, and then actually, no action. She's moving over to kind of following Dominic. See, Dominic's in charge. She's like, cool, and Nario's like grumbling. He's suddenly getting mad about Chad Dominic is what he's thinking. So.
Oh God.
Kong's turn. Well, Dominic's an alpha. He doesn't care for that. Dominic's in charge. That's how Nario would see it. I like how bad we're painting Nario here.
What is this wee crap?
Yeah, what have we done?
It's not Mario. We're saying this is a different guy.
He's using the royal we. Don't worry.
Hold on. This is an industrial site, right? With construction. Are there perhaps things that they counted as a land vehicle that they use for construction?
Ooh. That's fun. We're gonna get that to your.
From a primo.
We're gonna get to that on your next turn. Oh, but actually, wait. We can be out of initiative here because Scrakk has been healed. So Scrakk is up and about with. I didn't even roll his hit points, but. Oh, I rolled 4. Okay, so Scrack's got like 8 hit points here.
Fantastic.
All right. But we're going to go to Duchess and Luminus as you crawl up behind him. Duchess, you see like Kong moving, and then Duchess, you actually see something kind of creepy. Moving around the ship are these robed figures. And one of them sort of like doesn't you can't see because they're wearing these masks. They're wearing these like blank, almost like comedy tragedy looking masks. Just this white mask kind of over their sort of like dark gray robes. And like the strap of the mask is like tied around the hood. And
okay, yeah.
And it's very upsetting. And something about the expression on it is it's just playing a little coy. The coy boys, we'll call them. They're shy guys. So, in any case.
Yeah. I can still see the monkey, right?
You can.
Instead of the bazooka, because I don't even think I can hold a bazooka with one arm, I will shoot. Not that it matters, it's the same fucking attack. I will shoot him with the gun.
I love it, Duchess. He's like so absolutely, Duchess, take your shot. And in fact, you know what? You get advantage on this because he can't see you, or he doesn't know you're there. If you got if this was Aya, you'd get all your sneak attack shenanigans.
I know,
As of
right?
now, you just get advantage.
Star Fox sends their regards.
So I'm glad it was advantage.
Okay.
12 plus 7, 19.
With a 19, what was the other one out of curiosity?
4.
So that would have been an 11.
Yeah.
That's really good because you know what his armor class is.
12.
His armor class is 12. So I'm glad you had your advantage. So basically, this ape is on death's door. Old Kong. He just wants to abduct women in peace. But instead, you shoot him with a bazooka still, or do you change
with
it?
the gun?
Oh,
with
so
the
you
gun.
you now pull out. Oh, is this the one where it's like a bullet with the lips on it, lipstick or whatever? Yeah. So basically, he sits there and you pull out this gun, and there's this sudden bang, and all the Koi boys kind of like, go ahead, Luminus.
It should be that that handgun from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it shoots like a bullet with a personality in it.
Yeah.
Just like whips out a weapon and just hits people instead.
Yeah. This was she's already had some sort of bullets with little smooches on it, which is very Dutch appropriate. So as you fire this, I'll say that old Kong, he does like look up for a moment as he hears the shot. And kind of, he like you see his eyes contact you, and his tie, and he looks all old, and his hair is so much like whiter now, and it hits him, and he kind of grunts as he's like half like was pulling him up, and he falls off the side of the ship, which actually causes the whole thing to rock, including the ladder.
Where does he fall? I don't care. Where does he fall? Where does he fall?
Well, he's falling like he was like on the side of the ship, so he's falling off. He's not. Those of you on the tower, you hear a gunshot, and then this massive shape like breaking through as he falls down off, kind of like next to the building. Yes, Duchess.
Cool. Relative to my position,
So he's near Leo.
We don't know where he's gonna fall. We'll get to that in a second. But the point is, you've shot him, and he's falling out of this thing. He's not land. I mean, you can't actually see. You just see him fall off into the distance. But he's falling off the boat, past the building. Is he by Leo? I don't know. We'll roll my directional die.
Duchess will shout timber as he falls.
Understood.
down.
That was cocked.
That is
Leo.
her warning.
Something is falling, not over you, but nearish you. So, yeah. Duchess shouts timber.
Coming down. I'm coming. No, I'm not doing. Kesha?
man, I haven't thought about that side.
In the silent Koi boy language, which you don't speak, one of the Koi boys looks at one of the others and says, "Aren't you supposed to say shiver me first?" And another says, "Yes, isn't it supposed to be plural?" And then one says, "This job is so crazy." Duchess and Luminus, you shot him, he fell off the boat, it shifted the boat. Can you please both make dexterity saving throws to hang on to the ladder?
Oh good, I'm proficient.
20.
Luminus, you know, it's probably like arms through, shaking like that.
19.
19. Duchess, you hang on as well. You notice the Koi boys like looking around as they're like moving, but they're changing riggings, and you hear the propeller spinning more. Him getting shot off. They seem very agitated by this, so you get the impression they may be moving the ship soon. But at present, you are held on. You're not falling off or anything.
How many of them are there?
You haven't quite gotten. I actually know you probably were able to climb up as you just saw her like take a shot from the top of the ladder. You've got over there. There's like 4 or 5 of them you can see on the deck. What do you want to do, Luminus?
Sure, why not? Let's get on the ship and commandeer it.
All right, so Luminus basically leaps onto the ship, kind of like Duchess. You're just hanging on, but Luminus crawls up past you, leaps onto the ship like a pirate dragon.
Yeah.
Cool.
I say, this ship be now ours.
Understood. Luminus, would you make try an intimidation roll for me?
Oh boy.
Okay, if I hear him talk like a pirate. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this. Okay, so Duchess is gonna take a swig of her flask.
Okay.
But it's gonna be bejeweled like it's a Sailor Moon locket. And she's gonna
She's gonna
transform Like,
Oh my god, are you a pirate magical girl?
yes, yes.
She is
So she's
now.
gonna transform into like a pirate version of herself. After
Do you have
taking
the
the
whole
swig.
sequence?
Oh, well, no, that's just on her flask. Yeah.
Right, but like, do you get the whole transformation sequence?
Oh yeah,
where
no,
you,
it's probably like logistically, like realistically, it'd take like 20 fucking minutes, but it's just 6 seconds. And so, she's turned to pirate, and then she just jumps up and like support onto the ship.
Okay.
That was an 11.
An 11. So Luminus, you're this thing, you sort of shout this, then Duchess comes up next to you, and I would say that I think here's the cut for this. I know this isn't really a cartoony joke, but here's how it'll work. So Duchess leaps up, and we see for a few moments the Duchess takes this, and then this complex kind of like magical sort of thing, and this kind of like this like stunning, vivid black and white as she's like spinning around, and her clothing is turning into like new stuff, and like a hat is appearing on her head, and all these wonderful things.
The big ass
Like a huge feather kind of coming out as these beautiful like musical like jazzy musical hits are happening, and we see a few moments of that, and then we cut out of that to see that Duchess is just kind of standing there like going like ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, she's just kind of humming it to herself.
Just kind of waiting, like,
The Koi boys all
okay.
stop moving. They all stare at you for a moment. And I'm gonna give them... You did an 11 Intimidate, which is better than, like, average. Duchess is doing God knows what. They also just killed the monkey. They're staring at you. They just rolled a 5 on their insight and have a -1. So they pause, and then in their masked face, they just kind of exchange looks and just kind of just nod. And then just continue, like, preparing the ship to depart.
They don't care.
Can you make me a captain's hat real quick?
Yeah, sure. She'll pull it out of her bosom. That'll last you 10 minutes, and then I have to get you another one.
It's fine, just for takeoff.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Dominic and Sha'Nehl, the two of you, with a little bit of time here, you can certainly find some ropes and stuff. Sha'Nehl, if you want to ride down in a barrel, you can. But Dominic...
Actually,
Go ahead.
I'd like to find some rope and tie a couple of bottom rungs of the leather to something on the platform.
Perfect.
In case the thing falls, it's...
Make another survival roll for that.
Could Duchess shout down to Leo, like with Leo here?
17 plus, I think it's, 5, 7? Survival. Yes, plus 5, so it's 22.
With the 22, you do a pretty good job of, like, you now have some good ropes tying that thing down. Duchess, if you call down to Leo, he'll hear you, so will anyone else, but he's probably about, like, 200 feet below, so yeah, he could hear you.
That's fine. So Duchess will just say, Leo, you should try and find the whistle.
The what?
Whistle. The whistle. The whistle.
Duchess, as you kind of vaguely hear a sound. Also, Leo, could you just real quick for me? You hear like the sound of something falling heavy. Is there anything you want to do when that's happening?
I'm gonna look up.
Okay, make a perception check.
Cool.
If you fail it, that's gonna be so funny.
Thing falling.
17.
With a 17, I'll say that you're able to see that he's not falling directly on you. So, you might just instinctively take a few feet back, which is the monkey lands with a crash. And Leo, you hear nearby that one flower turns to another and says, "Ah, 'twas beauty killed the beast."
God damn
I'm
it,
gonna look for the
Jack
whistle.
It was the fall that killed.
Excuse me,
Black.
hey,
The bullet.
hey, ma'am, hey, lady, got a cigarette?
Wait,
This place perplexes me to
Um,
no end.
so Leo, go ahead and make an investigation roll for this whistle.
Alright, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Duchess, after a few moments, you feel something like tugging on one of your like the belt, like one of like the straps of your back belt.
Pantaloon, perhaps. Yes.
Sure. Something's tugging on your pantaloons. That would be very forward, but I don't know. Koi boy's gonna koi boy.
Another 17.
Another 17. You don't find a whistle, but Duchess, you feel someone like pulling on your.
Hi, hello, hi you.
And you turn around. There's a koi boy there.
I mean, R.
And then the koi boy is just like he's just holding up a whistle. Hmm?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, R.
I mean, it's just this blank
is
face.
it giant, like really giant, or
No, it's like your guy's size.
Okay.
It's like it's a big whistle to blow it. It's like a train conductor whistle.
Okay, sure. She'll shout down, "Never mind," and then just blow the whistle.
Cool. You blow the whistle, and as soon as you do, the one who handed it to you just kind of goes, and then runs over and switches off the machine.
Yeah, I will say, prepare to descend. And I'll just go to where I would think the captain stands, like in the middle of the ship, like that overlooks the deck.
Oh yeah, you can go up on the thing by the thing. You say prepare to descend, they give you a look and they go, and they just start hitting buttons, and sure enough. Go ahead, Duchess.
No, nothing.
Also, one of them runs over to the ladder and hits a button on the ladder, and the ladder starts retracting, but then the whole ship shakes. Duchess and Luminus give me dexterity saving throws. Sha'Nehl, you see the ladder beginning to lift and then get pulled taut and kind of held in place by your...
18.
So basically, Duchess and Luminus, you guys do some good Star Trek style, whoa, whoa! Sha'Nehl, you see that the ladder's trying to, like, move and is being pulled taut by your rope.
Interesting. They cannot do I think that they cannot release the ladder up there?
I'm not sure you even know there is a ship up there at this point.
Yeah.
So all you know is that something's trying to pull the ladder up. Oh, you also you have passive perception 18. I'll say that you actually see like inside of inside of the bottom two poles of the ladder, the side poles, you see some kind of like mechanism, like something's like turning, as if it was connected. It would be like unspringing from the thing below you.
Yeah. I sigh and undo the stupid thing.
Well,
the
now,
barrel stopped.
The barrels did stop, that is true. And you've heard
Yeah.
Duchess shouting, look for a whistle. All right, so basically...
And then she shouted, "Never mind." She said, "Never mind."
Then she said, never mind, and then the thing stopped. So if Sha'Nehl unties the ropes, and sure enough, after this, they're able to pull the thing up, and suddenly Dominic, Sha'Nehl, Paulette, Nario, and as well as Scrakk do see, kind of coming out of the fog, there is this like massive propeller-based airship that is falling down.
Falling?
Or not descending.
Coming down.
Yeah. Well, falling in a
from a
controlled
certain-
fall from a certain point of view.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Falling
with
slowly.
style.
Falling with style.
Yeah. So
Descending, yes.
then, as we're preparing to, do some stylish things to go down, the ship descends, and then we see Luminus and Duchess in pirate attire.
You definitely see Duchess like striking like a Capjack type pose.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably stepping on Luminus's, probably fully stepping on Luminus's toes there at that point.
Anything but the whistle.
That's fair.
Well, as long as they're going down to the ground, then
I've got a ship now.
I'll
boss.
help Paulette and Mario and the rest get onto the
All
boat.
right. Easily done. Yeah, Scrack's a little tender with his 8 hit points. Paulette really accepts your hand. Nario kind of just grumbles. But yeah, everyone, you and Sha'Nehl, do you get on the boat as well?
Yep. I'd
Alright.
probably leap onto that ladder and climb up.
Understood. So the
Do I see this boat yet, or?
At this point, we'll say that you hear massive, like, lowering... Like, you were hearing all these clanging, like, noises, but now it's getting lower, and you do, in fact, see this, like, boat kind of coming down. And those of you looking over the edge see that, like, Leona is kind of, like, moving around the body of the fallen old Kong.
I'm, like, standing on top of a giant dead monkey.
Oh,
like,
you're on top of it.
Going through its pockets.
Perfect.
And I just look up, and there's, like, a fucking airship coming out of the fog, and I'm like, I hate this place.
You're telling me.
Oh, does the monkey have pockets?
If he does, they're just in his tie.
Leo
otherwise
sort of,
those
like,
aren't
looked
pockets.
through and didn't find anything notable or useful.
Can you take his tie? Steal his tie. It's...
You can steal his tie. I'm not touching this thing any more than I have to.
I will certainly say that,
the
Duchess,
tie.
you would suspect that the tie would serve as proof of death.
Oh, yeah, I could do that too, I guess.
What were you gonna do?
cut off a
Actually,
paw.
don't
I mean-
answer that.
Okay.
Let's just go with the
Oh,
tie.
wait. If we cut off Donkey Kong's paw, does it become a monkey's paw artifact?
I mean, that was the joke I was going for, yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's fine. Apparently that's too gross. Okay, I won't do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
I
was
thought you
kind
were
of
gonna like
big,
bring the
like a
severed head back to
gigantic
them,
paw.
so.
It's also huge.
Meanwhile, the koi boys are just kind of, like, staring at all this weirdness, and they're just like, lowering the ship. And as the vessel kind of lowers to the ground, and the propellers are, like, cutting into, like, so, like, the lower propellers are, like, just cutting into the sod and earth, sending, you know, pieces of carved up mushroom and
Where does the-
ground all over the place.
All right.
It's
What
just,
about the ladder?
Park it to the ship, sir.
they
Park the
when
ship,
you
then.
untied the ladder, they pulled the ladder back up.
Oh, okay.
It, like, retracted onto the side of the ship.
I'll say park the ship and
What do you have, like,
Pass the ladder.
the trap?
Yeah, no, they basically, at this point, like, the ship lands, and then one of them kind of looks, and they just throw an anchor over the side, which just lands with a thud next to the ship.
the ladder, please, good men.
They begin to pull the ladder out, and one of them's, like, shaking his head because the bottom of it's been, like, ripped apart, and, you know, he just kind of throws that over the side.
Good job, men.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, Duchess will take the tie.
Paulette sort of, kind of, like, will sort of maybe quietly say, she's probably near you, Dominic. She'll say, these guys, you don't want to mess with these guys. I'm shocked they're listening to your friend here. We should get out of here as soon as we can.
Yeah, I'm done with all of... No offense, your business here, pointing to both Paulette and Nario.
No, we needed her for a reason. I forget. That's
Scrack's
the
like,
only reason
we
decided to
actually
help.
do need her for a reason. Man, we need your singing powers to... But something will cut him off before he explains it now.
Oh, right. Oh, man, these tunes. No offense, Duchess. Oh, man.
No, none taken. We are a lot.
Alright. Okay, long story short. We need to go to the door to darkness.
The door to dark.
The door to darkness.
So is everybody
Yes.
getting off the vessel is my question.
We're
no,
getting
I
off
won't
Yeah, I
pass.
am. I'm getting a.
So
I'm done with this.
Sha'Nehl, Paulette,
Monkey
kind of
business.
Dominic, everyone, like Scrakk, they're all climbing off the thing. Luminus, you're still there with the koi boys.
I would like to ask the men. I would like to inspect the cargo, please.
We're not keeping this? This is not going to be our means of getting...
He's looking for ice cream.
They basically just move you over to the barrel generator.
Is there no other like below deck area
No booty.
at all? on the ship, or-
If you sort of go to look below deck, one of them looks nervous for a second. But if you go down there, you just see like it's like such a like filthy like boy room. You know, it's just like a mess. It's just like a mess. There's like food everywhere. Just smells
Free
bad.
sun pouches?
Yeah, but like a 1940s boy. So you know,
Oh, sure.
worse
Is it
because
just one boy's room? That's it.
No, it seems like a bunch of koi boys live down there.
How many beds can I see, or like how many? think.
Sleeping bags. There's like 6. There's also one koi boy down there, and as you come down, like it's like pulling a mask on. You don't see anything, but the koi boy looks up like, and the other ones are like, and he goes, "There's a lot of this. There's a lot of this gesturing."
I'm just gonna say to Luminus, look, you can't fly the ship. None of us can fly the ship. So unless
au
you're gonna trust
contraire,
them not to throw us overboard.
There are 6 men here who can fly the ship perfectly fine.
Do you trust them not to throw you overboard immediately once you're in their mercy?
I don't know. Do you accept me as your captain, men?
you know Pirates Mutiny all the time?
At this point, you say that, and this new one who wasn't up there, who didn't see all this happen, is like gesturing enough at the rest of them. And in response to that, well, this is all kind of happening with like you, like Dominic's like halfway off the ladder. You're like looking down into this thing. They've kind of gone down there. They're gonna huddle now.
We're about to find out.
I am off the boat. I just want to say I'm off the boat, and I'm
We're about
behind
to.
the
Please tell me it's mine. Please tell me.
Their insight roll at advantage is 3 and 4, which is 2 and 3. So after a lengthy conversation, you see them, and they do kind of have this like wordless kind of communication, but they're gesturing, but they keep pointing at you, and like the one who's like, this is crazy, but they keep going, and he then keeps going. But basically, they look back, and then they all 6 of them as one just kind of go.
I have a ship now.
Hey, do you wanna trade this piece of paper for that radio that you have?
What?
And then you could. My betting slip. Now you have a property.
No, we're not giving you Gimlet's radio. We are not allowing you to contact any demiplanes of dread. We are not doing that thing again.
Who said I was going to do that?
No one has to say it.
I
If
just
you
want to listen
I
to
maintain
some
that I'm
nice
15
music.
feet from everybody at all points in time.
And I'm just over here. And
I am constantly practicing social distancing.
I just wanted to listen to some music on the
That's
radio.
not what this
From
radio
hell?
The music's
If you
called the
say
Monster
that,
Mash.
Duchess will pull out like a one-man band nonsense while angrily staring at you, making it clear you're not getting the radio.
Alright.
I just like the idea of
Recording.
Duchess like angry playing music.
Yeah.
One of these days, the radio will be
All
back.
right. Well, I guess this will make things faster, even faster. Wait,
Yeah,
then
now
do
we
we
don't
even
need a
need will having Paulette with us go even faster?
So the idea is that you guys could, I guess, take an airship with Koi Boys, like kind of like across the world, to try to get to that place, or you could try to go on a musical journey with Paulette, which would be.
Why not both?
You could do both. You could do a musical journey on the air. Paulette doesn't seem to like the Koi Boys, but you know, you guys can try to convince her. But at this point, most of you are off. But Luminus now has a crew, and I'll tell you what, Luminus, why don't you make an insight check?
This is now One
Not
Piece.
too bad.
It's real.
Or Mario Odyssey.
It can be both.
17.
Understood. 17.
There's a lot of things you can do to stop this shenanigans.
They aren't okay. With a 17, I'll even roll it. It's very hard to get a read on these guys because they don't have masks. But based solely on
You mean they don't have faces?
They don't have. Yeah, they only have masks with. Yeah. So based solely on body language, you have an impression that the Koi Boys. It's not just your confidence which is making them think that you're their captain now. For some reason, the Koi Boys, something is going on that you appearing made them be like, okay, I guess so. So they're like, they're doing what you're saying out of a even though it seems weird, they're like, okay, I guess so.
Because you're a dragon. Oh no.
So there's some circumstance.
Something about you. They're not doing it to Duchess. Duchess, they were like, what? But you saying I'm the captain now, they were like, oh, all right, I guess here's another. Yeah, sure. Cool.
Do I think it's because I'm a dragon, or?
I would say without like full knowledge of whatever, that's one assumption you could make. You know nothing of koi boys, you know nothing of anything. But yeah, there's you would maybe think.
Well, I'm willing to play this out, see how long it goes.
Would Scrakk know anything about koi boys?
No, he would
native
not.
to this plane, isn't it?
No.
So.
He's unfamiliar with them. Yeah,
Well,
he's unfamiliar.
that will be rectified soon when he finds a book.
Okay, so. But for now, you 17 insight, you're not sure if it's because you're a dragon, but there's for some reason, they're like, okay, I guess we gotta follow this guy. There's a presumption. But you also suspect that they may be dumb, and they could wise up at any time. But yeah, go ahead and write it out, why not?
Let's throw caution to the wind, let's do this.
Alright. Well, once we're all gathered on the ship with the proof of the death certificate of the monkey.
But he's like Paulette is like, well, I really don't want to get on a ship with them.
Well, why? What's the matter with these little guys?
They're just they work for this being who's taken up residence here recently, and it's another and she kind of looks and says, I don't have anything to do with him, but there are some powerful people here in the fairyland. Some new things have moved up ever since all those strange tunes arrived here. A lot of people who'd been here.
What tunes?
Oh, I thought you might have known about it. There's some tunes here in the fairylands. Ever since the color went away, they've come here. I think they were... Maybe whatever they were made for didn't have a reason anymore. But the point is, they seem a little strange.
That's just tunes in general. You gotta...
What are the strong powers? The strong people?
Well, there's this, he seems like a dragon, but he's not a dragon. He's... I don't have much to do with him. I stay away.
No, that's fine. I just tell us a little about him.
He's a big lizard. Breathes fire like a dragon, but walks around on two legs. Doesn't have wings, but has a big spiky shell. He's kind of a boss around here. And the koi boys work for him.
Oh, then I'll say to Duchess and Luminus, okay, we're not dealing with this anymore plain view tune stuff.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
We think he was, it's interesting, he was a... Look, I'm no expert on tunes. I'm sure you know much more than I do, honey, but,
No, we really don't know anything about ourselves, that's fine.
Well, I like your dress, by the way. The point is, I don't mean any disrespect, but, the way I sing and dress and the way you've been sort of drawn, we're trading on certain abilities. Well, this fella, this boss, he seems almost like a crime lord or a despot or something. But he's been setting up shop here, and he's a toon, but like these other strange ones. There's these toons here who they're not like the toons you had back in San Termino. They're different. But Boss Cooper, he's a little different.
Do all of those kinds of tunes work with the big tune?
No, Cooper? But he's a strong one, and he had the monkey on his side.
Name? Boss Cooper?
Boss Cooper. Mm-hmm.
Also, is Paulette human again? I forget.
Paulette is a human. She is not a toon. She's a human.
Oh, okay.
Paulette and Noir are both humans, which is...
Rude!
Yeah. What?
Understandable.
When you said she wasn't a tune, he went, okay, good.
Oh, that is rude.
No, I mean, your type of tunes are fine. It's these tunes that are a problem.
What kind of type of tunes?
You're one of the good ones, Duchess.
Yeah,
You're one of the good ones.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh no.
The point is, Boss Cooper. These are some of his. Some of his minions, and I'm just trying to not get mixed up in them. That's all.
All right, understandable. You
but
know what?
I mean, I appreciate your help, and if there's something I can do to help you, I'm happy to. And Nario's like, no, they were helping you because I asked them to. And she says,
I mean, we can have 2 reasons to help.
All right. Okay,
That's
so
true.
do you have a quick way to make it to whatever the dark reflection of Anabythe is in this place?
Do I have a... Oh, that's why your rat was... I see, your rat folk friend here, Mr. Scrakk. You're trying to use me to go on a musical journey, an emotion-filled journey to travel long distance.
Hire you.
Well, hiring's better than using, that's true. Well, I mean... Ooh. The problem is I don't know how to fly one of these things. I feel like we could take out some coy boys, but if we do so and we steal one of Boss Cooper's ships, we're pissing off somebody strong. But so many people are typing in our Zoom chat right now. In a reasonable way. The point being, I don't. If you're going on a journey and there's some payment involved, I'm happy to participate, especially since you did get me away from Kong ass over there, as Nario used to call him.
All right, team huddle, employees plus people who shot up my bar.
Sure.
Here we go.
When are you gonna let that go?
All right, so the 6 of you. So Scrakk is there, but at this point, Nario is talking to Paulette, and the Koi boys are just like they're just swabbing the deck, just
all right,
like just.
Are they Ninja Turtles?
The Koi boys are not Ninja Turtles, sadly. They are.
No.
Here, somebody
Guy.
post a link to what
Shy
they
Guy.
look like for Vanda to see the references to these.
Sorry.
No. It's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because of all these other degenerates, this is morphed into the Fairylands has turned into this video game thing.
We made 2 references.
That's 2 references too many.
You could have just let it go.
Yeah, that's not who I am.
No, that's not definitely.
So if you're trying to go to Leticia, she's pretty willing to sort of help you. She even understands why you might then want to get involved with a ship like this, but she does seem that she's worried about it.
Right.
But I think she will confess, and Scrakk would confirm that like going on like a journey through a musical journey through the sky could theoretically have the emotion to get you there even faster. Absolutely.
All right. So here's the dealio. I don't want to mess around with another Don, okay? They'll unperson me and you and the rest of I assume he's like a Don, right?
Well,
That is
from his point of view.
Based on how she's described it, yes, he is. He's almost like a Mussolini type figure who or not a perfect example. It's basically he's almost someone who it's like he was a crime lord and now he's like, wait, I can be the president. I can be the king here. You know.
So, yeah. So if we piss off a Don, we'll be sleeping with the fishies, okay? As they say back in Trachaloy.
I mean, I guess we don't need to upset him anymore. Unless he's in the way of getting color back, then I will absolutely destroy him. But until we have any proof of that, I guess we don't need to go down that route.
So, at the very best, we're not going to commandeer a whole ass airship, no matter how much you want to try, because none of us know how to fly a damn ship.
I feel like we already kind of commandeered the whole ass airship.
I think he means to like get rid of the little cloaked boys.
Oh,
over
the little
there.
boys.
Yeah, and do it ourselves.
Well, we can learn how to fly from them.
Then you're still pissing off the Don.
Do you know Do you think just flying an airship is just something you learn over on weekends correspondence here?
Well, actually, I could do that if I channeled one of their spirits. Like if we found like a dead Quad
Well, we could.
Leo,
what if we just killed one ourselves and then channeled that one?
Leo,
All right.
to that point, you wouldn't even need to kill one of them. You could channel anyone who knows how to fly,
right.
flying machines. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, how hard is it gonna be to get a different flying machine if this flying machines aren't just flying up, dropping out of the sky like this one literally did?
Honestly, if we were back in like the city, I would say no chance. But here, we could run into another one in 30 minutes. Like nothing makes sense here.
Reasonable.
Right.
So, let's just go on this musical journey without pissing off Adon and getting a whole crime family on our side, on our asses, okay?
I'm gonna trust the crime person's opinion on this matter, actually.
For a change, I do too. It's quite a strange feeling.
So Scrakk/me, to clarify, will say, so you think we should not take the ship?
Correct.
It is owned by Adon. Let's let the Don keep it.
I mean, like, could we have them drop us off somewhere and like they leave, or like?
Could I send them on an errand and have them drop us off somewhere?
I mean, I have a ship now, though.
Luminus is
You
like,
have a what?
but I have a ship.
But I have a ship now.
You don't have a ship until you pay off the entire loan, man.
It wasn't loan. It was a gift.
It was a gift.
It's a tax write-off.
I just found the ship on the side of the road.
Yeah.
The road gifted me the ship.
Yeah.
If you had this betting slip, you could trade the ship for something of equal value.
Absolutely not.
As you
Just wanna
guys
give
sort
that
of,
to me, then sure.
as you guys continue this, a conversation is happening between Nario and Paulette.
Oh boy.
Those of you with passive perception of 15 or higher overhear a few snippets in which Paulette is Nario is sort of saying, like, it's like, no, like you're who I want to be with, like I want this, and she says, no, I really don't think. Obviously, I love you. Of course I love you. You're amazing. But I just worry that I'm not what you really want because of her. Can anybody who's hearing this please make an insight roll if they'd like to?
Yes.
Princess
Yes.
in another castle.
Do I hear this, or do we all hear this?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's say you all hear it. That's fine. Everyone hears it.
I can hear it. I just don't care to make an insight.
Wait, what are we making?
Reasonable.
Insight, you said?
Insight check.
I got a 5. I'm not.
12.
Duchess is like, oh my gosh, she loves this guy.
18.
18. Sha'Nehl. You know that she's lying. She doesn't love him at all. But she's doing a good job of kind of like messing with him. And suddenly she puts a hand on his face and says, but I know the truth because no matter how much I love you, there's a little Miss Princess you're always gonna love more. And he says, what? No, I don't, like, what? Because I looked at one time, that doesn't mean anything. I've never even gone for her. And she says, I know that you've been taking those plumbing classes at night. I see this in your future. What you're... And suddenly, you guys hear music beginning to play. Almost being generated by her and by the very fairy lands around her. This place that's so motivated by sort of art and emotion and music, emotion especially. She now will sing a song. Cool. That's a 26. So she proceeds to sing the following. Your bags are packed and at the door. A taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say. I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that. You had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? I'm not happily ever after anything. But don't give up. Not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. But what you're looking for is in another castle down the line. She continues singing. I won't do the whole thing, but this
I
is...
do not know this thing.
This is a song I wrote like 10 years ago that was in some Mario-based shorts when I remembered this and decided I'm using it in this. Damn it.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's the DM way.
The point being, she sings this beautiful song. It's extremely moving. As she's explaining, what you're looking for is in another castle down the line. You're looking for someone to rule a kingdom by your side. You know, that's not her. She has to go be a mayor. The point is, she sings this, and Nario stands there for a while, and he goes, Paulette, you were so brave. I'll never forget how you're setting me off to do what I meant to do. I'll always think fondly of you, but you're right. I guess I'm not really in love with you after all. Well, but good luck to you, kid. And he gives her like a condescending punch across the chin. And she's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for everything. And he rushes off into the forest, ready to go find his princess to take on Boss Cooper. Once he's out of eyesight, she kind of sighs and turns back to you guys and goes, all right, well, that got rid of him. What's the decision? Are we taking the ship or not?
No.
Yeah, we're not messing with the Dawn, okay? So, we'll take your musical journey. We'll hire you on a musical journey to take us to, where was it again? I turned to Scrakk, Leticia, was it?
Can't we just fly the ship there and then...
It's faster to sing.
It's so to make it the clear thing of here, just because whatever. The fastest thing to do would be to get on the ship, fly it there, and sing. That's like the fastest speed. But you're risking getting entangled with Boss Cooper.
How fast?
The second fastest thing to do it's maybe equally fast to try to fly it. Actually, singing may still be faster than flying it without singing. You're gonna sing no matter what. But the fastest thing would be to sing with the boat. The second fastest thing would be to just sing. The third fastest would be to just fly. How fast? We
don't need the boat necessarily. We just need to sing.
The boat could make it happen in like a musical journey will take a couple of days. The boat could be the length of a musical.
Oh, so like a few hours.
Yeah, you could get there in a few hours if you take the boat and her.
But do you have random encounters with the boss while you are on the boat?
With the boss? Yeah. No, the boss is. It's more that you're.
The risk of getting.
You don't know. Taking. I mean, on the other hand, to Luminus's sort of point. I'm not sure if Luminus is saying this. In support of Luminus's plan, I mean, you've already taken over his boat to some extent. You know. You killed some guy who seemed to be using his boat.
He messed with us first, okay?
That's all fair.
As a Don probably understands that. Yeah, he's messed
totally.
With
would he? You would hope so.
But as far as the fastest thing to do is definitely to go on a musical tour on this boat, to do a show at sea. You'll be there in hours. If you walk, it's like couple days. If you fly, or if you walk a musical journey, it's a few days. If you fly, it's going to be like a week, if not more.
So I'll say 2 days is just fine. What are we gonna do? Vote for this? Yeah, you're really insistent on this ship, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a ship.
Oh man.
It's like, I don't necessarily mind a couple day journey, but I don't know, and this is like the worst thing to say, but like, what could happen in a couple hours? Like, that's so quick. Like, we'll be in and out. Like, it's so quick.
You're a toon!
That's my thought. Like,
a toon saying, what's the worst that can happen?
I know, but like,
She could be erased.
I like really feel it in my toon heart that like we could get away with it, but I don't know. I don't mind the 2-day trip, but like I get it, better safe than sorry, but it's just a couple hours. I mean it takes longer to cook some meals than it does to do that. I mean, I just
and given our rate of how long we get sidetracked.
And that too.
Who knows?
All right.
Like a couple days.
Then how about this? We're not commandeering it. We're hiring this ship.
Okay.
Paulette is like...
As a courier. Because I still have fake money, or real money from the before time.
You do, that's true.
Stashed in my pocket. I do not know if currency applies here. It's like owning Bitcoin.
Wait, but also, wasn't she talking about a boat, a different boat?
Who?
When I found her, she said, Paulette, she asked if the guys from some ship.
She did, the ocean liner.
What ship is that?
That is not information you have, but it's information you can ask about.
Yeah, that I am asking her.
Oh.
What's the ship that...
Ocean liner, it's just it's another it's just a different vessel. It's a ship I was going to be singing on a little bit. It's some other people who I don't know. So, I've been hired for a few different jobs here and there. You understand what it's like. Everyone just always wants a piece of me. I'm sure it's the same way for you. With your hair like that and your beautiful... Is that mink? Your fur?
Chinchilla.
Oh, chinchilla. Ooh, lovely. No, you know how it is. You get a job and suddenly your whole life's wrapped up in it and it's just complicated, that's all. Make an insight check, but don't even bother.
You roll a 20-something.
Bards.
Yeah, 18.
She your heart goes out to her.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but could we use that ship?
Oh no. I mean, well, that ship would be a much longer journey. It's not an airship as such. I mean, if you wanted to go to the ocean liner, I guess we could go back there. I'm very happy to work for you all. I really do think that the music seems to move me, an emotional journey to a really sad place. I'm a little familiar with the legends of Anabyth, based on what you're saying, and if you have some source material, that'll make it even better. We can do such a song.
I take Sha'Nehl's
We do
book.
have, yeah.
Oh my. Oh. I don't read this language. I'm just looking at the engravings, but I'm getting the whole picture.
I'm guessing the
okay,
song
this
sounds-
engraving is partially missing, so I'm not getting the whole picture here. But in general, I'm getting the whole picture.
I think the song sounds something like, "When I was a young boy, my father took me out to the city."
Leo can tell you what is in the book.
Okay.
Can people scare the living shit out of me?
I see nothing wrong with taking the ship for a couple hours and then sending them back on their way. But if we're gonna choose to be better safe than sorry, I'm not gonna argue that.
Okay,
Those are my feelings on it.
All right, so my employees said they want to do the airship, but they don't mind either. But Duchess doesn't mind either way. Leo, Sha'Nehl, your decision.
I don't care.
You don't care. Abstain. Leo.
I'm defaulting to you on this, but I mean, I would like to stay on the airship. Just this thing is so finely crafted. I would love to, inspect the woodworking and all of the machinery inside.
You've even seen all these spots where there's no one in them now, but you think a small creature, especially if maybe it had a good shell so it wouldn't get too uncomfortable in there, could hide inside of these little holes in it and kind of pop up, and if they want to throw wrenches or something out of there, it would be a really good place to do it. There's these
That is fantastic. I would love to look at all of the compartments and things. as an artist myself, I am simply taken by this
I
craftsmanship.
turn to Scrakk, and he is not himself for some strange reason. I guess being out cold for a while.
Scrakk will probably also abstain. Scrakk says, as long as we're doing a musical journey, it's gonna be great.
As long as there is singing.
Yeah. I think he'll get valuable research and information regardless of which way you do it.
All right.
I think it's kind of just a Dominic decision. He's the boss.
Pretty much.
I've been told I have a nice singing voice.
Who told you that?
Sure, you've been told a lot of things.
She's been lied to that she has a nice singer.
We'll
I
see.
am
Okay.
not much of a singer myself, but
Here
Leopold
is,
has told me he did.
Here's how it's gonna
band.
go. Here's how we do things down in little
Duchess is about an average singer, but she has a lot of talent.
I pull a coin from old country out of my pocket. Heads, which is odds, we'll take the airship. Tails, will not mess around with the
Leave
dawn.
it to fate.
Wow.
We'll leave it to fate. Evens. So that means tails. So old Trachaloy says, let's not mess around with the dawn. So no
Understood.
airship.
All right, a musical journey on foot it is.
Okay. but
Can
then
I
what-
still send them on a delivery?
but what do
We
they?
hire them
Oh,
for
you
courier
want? I see.
service to Star
Well,
Fox.
Luminus would have to do it.
Okay, but if we send them, oh, it did regardless of where the delivery. What am I supposed to tell them to do after?
They're not your crew.
I mean, they're
Kind of are.
Here's the thing: if I don't, they're just gonna go back and report what happened.
Maybe we give them some money and
For
tell them to
someone who's
spend it
so
on
keen on
hookers and
staying out of
blow.
the boss Cooper, you're just like, whatever, let him tell everything.
Did you just suggest you give the Koi Boys hookers and blow?
No, I suggested we give them money and tell them to spend it on hookers and blow.
God, I really do. A Koi Boy
That's
night of
different.
debauchery is rough.
There's a lot of repressed.
They're
stuff
just gonna all
with
sit in the
Koi Boys.
corner, just being so coy. Oh no.
Oh god.
So anyway, we'll just line up the Koi boys and say, I don't know.
Whoa, you gotta tell me to tell them. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Yeah, let's not
Luminus,
overstep
you
bounds
you
here,
tell
alright?
you line up the
Captain.
Koi boys and tell them what we're gonna do here. Tell them to come out here.
All right.
Alright,
Koi Boys are coming out.
yeah.
The Koi
All line
Boys
up.
sort of come out. They're looking. They're just shaking their heads at all the shenanigans, but they're
Yeah.
they're still following you.
I'll say.
You know what? I won't send them on the courier. I'll find a legitimate courier.
Are you
It's fine.
sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because considering it's the tie of the monkey, if they just went and delivered it to the boss, and then it's like I'm delivering the boss's henchman's tie. I don't know.
That
Wait,
seems like a-
you'd have. Oh.
That's like a declaration of war, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wait, who were you having them? Who were you sending the tie to?
to Star Fox.
Yeah, that's what I thought the plan was. Which is, well, I'll even say there's no roles required. Why do you think there's some people who have like? Why do you think there's some weird tunes here who have some like flying vessels, and then there's another weird.
Oh yeah,
tune
that's right.
here.
They're not crash landed. I keep thinking they're crash landed.
Yeah, they seem to be here like for a reason. And
Okay, I'm still keeping the tie as in case I need proof, but
sure.
I guess I won't
Alright.
send it to them. Oh God, and he was so hot.
Here's the thing: if you want to take your musical journey via there, that could help Paulette's emotion to tempt you with the Star Fox.
No.
She
fine.
could do a riff on The Weeknd Starboy, but it's just I'm
Alright.
a motherfucking Star Fox.
100G per.
So,
So let's
we'll
see.
all
6
embark.
S of
No, it's
100G
fine.
per.
And then
All
I
right,
will
so-
go back and I will tell the Koi boys that I'm needed elsewhere and report back to base for new orders.
And to forget about what happened here today.
So, I have 6. I'm gonna take one of my stacks of money and give what is it? A bill equivalent to like 5 gold to each one, and say, you can go to Justoria and spend it, whatever. Get yourself all.
The koi boys
effed up.
they take your money and they're kind of looking at it like, oh, and one of them.
It's a gift.
Actually, that's pretty good. One of them with a 17 just kind of goes. He kind of like waves to you, kind of, and then he takes the bill and he like rips it in half and then folds it into this paper flower, and then the other ones go start folding the bills into various things. Yeah.
Well, I am down.
If they're happy.
I said 5 times. There were 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
So I am down 5 times 6, 30 gold.
30 gold.
All right.
Yep.
5 stacks of money, and
You have to take psychic damage when you watch them.
70G. Fucking tunes. God damn tunes.
You're not sure if these guys are tunes. Everything about them is maybe they're tunes under the stuff, but this is all physical stuff they have on.
All we've seen is a hooded figure with a mask.
Anyway, I'll just say, fine. Get yourselves all fucked up or something. Do whatever you want.
So yeah, that's what I'll say to
Would
them.
Duchess have just like on hand transactional blow? Because she wouldn't do it herself.
It's a dark.
But she understands how the world works.
I don't
right?
think you have that on hand. Probably no.
And let us not be a stream that encourages that sort of behavior.
Well, we can. I'm happy to encourage the behavior. I just don't think it is very noir. I don't know that Duchess. If she doesn't do it, I don't know that she'd have it. You know what I mean?
Fair. Okay.
Now Duchess can make as much for herself as she wants.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
She could just,
fine. She has her alcohol. She's fine.
Yeah,
she doesn't need several vices.
One vice at a time, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Well, they with that, you telling them to go back to base, they basically climb back up into their ship, and then there's a lot of like they try to they're hauling their anchor back over, and they're trying to spit. You get the impression these things don't usually land like this. So there's a weird vibe of this, but so in the background they're trying to get their ship back in the air.
All right.
Yeah.
And then as I disembark, it's like, goodbye.
Yeah, you're not the only one who lost a very nice vehicle, I'll say. Primo.
Yeah, but this was optional.
Come back to you one day, Primo.
It was optional.
All right. So as they're taking off, Paulette will sort of say, "All right. So
I was gonna name it the SSN.
So we are gonna take a musical journey to Leticia and to the sadness of Anabyth, and I guess we should play that up. All right. Well, I couldn't help but overhearing there was this. You wanted to take this tie to prove to someone you killed Old Kong. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told them I was gonna get color back, and they said they didn't believe me. And then I said I was gonna kill the monkey, and then they said they didn't believe me. So I was gonna prove that I did one, and that I, but it seems like that's a bad idea now with new information. So I will not be doing that.
Why is it a bad idea?
It seems like they're probably working for that boss you mentioned.
You mean those flyboys?
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, they don't. If you'd taken this ship to those flyboys, you'd have been shot out of the sky.
They're against the boss.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, a good thing I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell, we're pretty new to this part of
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
of
so
course,
then
I understand.
I should still find a courier then?
Sure, or we can just take it on the way.
Is it on the way?
Anything's on the way as long as it means something. You're wearing a wedding
This
ring.
place is insane.
You're wearing
Yes,
a
I am
wedding
wearing-
ring, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we can go on that direction. Come on, everyone. And she begins like
She's a fucking psychopath.
she begins walking into the woods.
She's a nightclub singer, so yeah, she's trouble.
Dominic's just shrugging. I know these types of people.
Again with the types of people.
Well,
I'm not saying tune here.
Like grouping people in a.
So
She just comes into the bar. People like these come into the bar all the time.
I think within 9:30, or we're at 9:20. I think no rolls will be sort of happening here, but we're going to begin. Or actually, no, there will be sort of one kind of like we'll end with like a little sort of skill challenging situation. But as you guys begin walking, as an opening number, Paulette is going to sing the theme of this little journey, this sort of emotional hook, as she walks and like, so, you know, kind of like this like moody sort of jazz begins to play from all angles as she goes. And you guys definitely understand she's this College of Nightclub bard. I mean, really, it means she gets like a singing a sonic attack. That's what the songbird feature of Nightclub bards did. But sure. In this context, she could also make magical journeys through the fairylands happen. It's a less used feature of the subclass, but we'll have it happen. As she begins to lead you, she sings this very interesting sort of jazzy number, setting the tone, which is both what you've learned about the despair that came to Anabyth, if you recall, but also the tone of the sort of setting the tone for this. And the song she sings is called Betrayal.
That's an omen.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's nothing important.
And as she sings this song about, like, betrayal, that's the way you'll, you know, whatever it is, you know, betray. And as this first song goes, I would like for all of you to actually contribute to her singing with a good old-fashioned 5e skill challenge. The DC for this is going to be 15, and we'll keep it simple. We need 3 successes. No, we'll do it so there might need to be a couple. 4 successes. DC 15. You can only use 1 skill apiece.
And they all have to be different?
And they all have to be different.
Yeah.
And we will go with whoever wants to just call them out, but no one can go a second time until everyone's gone at least once. We'll say 4 successes. We'll do it. Oftentimes they do it this way. 4 successes to sort of succeed. 3 failures means this leg is failed and there'll be some consequences. As she sings Betrayal. Who wants to go first?
Right. What's everyone's highest performance check? Mine's +7 because I'm a charisma character.
Performance for me is 4. Does it have to be proficient?
You don't have to be proficient. It just has to be different skills, and it just has to be a skill that you can justify why it would work in this context.
Yeah.
In the traveling context?
Well,
so it doesn't have to be
singing about betrayal.
It is, but it's because it's not typical sort of traveling. I mean, you could do a survival if you wanted to, but she is singing this moody song about betrayal. So whether it's insight to be like, what does this mean? Or performance to help her sing it more, or deception to hide your own betrayals.
It's not a spell. She's not like... We're not starting off on a negative because she's singing about betraying, right? Like, this isn't...
No, it's just a skill challenge.
It's a skill challenge. She's singing, but the opening song, because the history of Anabyth, this place you're kind of trying to go to that's connected, is all about betrayal. But Duchess, is she maybe thinking, ooh, married woman interested in a fox, this will be some emotional journeys here, setting stuff up, temptations, all that stuff. Yes.
I hate this bitch. Okay.
No, she's great. You saved her. She likes you. She loves your dress. She complimented you. If women compliment each other, they're friends forever.
I hate
that's
so
that's
much.
what men think.
So.
Oh, I know what I said was not true.
Can I roll first?
Yes, Leo, what would you like to roll?
Sure, go ahead.
She's singing about betrayal, right?
She's singing about betrayal.
Can I roll intimidation and like contribute to the performance by using spiritualism to create eerie noises around us
Ooh,
and things.
yeah, to turn it up rough. Roll me an intimidation check, Leo. Yes, you're making you get how dark this number is, and it's interesting because even though it's a very like Disney movie musical number, because like though you guys are walking through a woods, she'll be behind you like a mudstewall, and she'll like pop up here and pop up there, and then she's like over there on a thing singing about
It's like
because
Friends on the Other Side,
betrayal.
kind of
Yeah, that kind of stuff, and she's
We're doing
moving.
a
Or
musical
is it, it's any
number.
it's any musical number, and suddenly you guys are like all like occasionally, even though there was no boats, occasionally you're all like in a rowboat that she's paddling. You know, it's that kind of stuff. Go ahead, Leo.
I rolled a 20.
A 20, guys. One success. One success. You just need 3 more. Who'd like to go next?
I would like to contribute by being like not the bridge. But I like I'm the one that chimes in with my story of betrayal, but I'm just telling a complete lie because it's not real.
Oh, you're gonna do a
Yeah,
deception
so this
of
is
your own.
masterful story of deception that never actually happened, but like I'm saying like it actually happened to me.
Perfect. Do it.
I will use deception for that.
Can I just use perception
That's a
to...
natural 20.
Whoa,
Nice.
natural 20. Love it.
The good one to end on for my natural 1 starting.
2
A nice
successes.
bookend.
So Luminus gives this just like absolutely heartbreaking, and I will actually say that as like she's kind of saying like betrayal, it's whatever, and she like puts the spotlight on Luminus, and Luminus like it's honestly Luminus with a natural 20, you're able to you do a thing where like even if you're not like what's your performance modifier?
Just +2.
So you even like sing like a simple line, but it like rhymes with what happens, and it Hemingway style, you succinctly sum up a betrayal that the rest of them don't know about, and like hearing and so sell it completely that everyone is like, oh god, Luminus, really? Wow, like oh this really is the theme. Yeah, you know, and she's like this, or like everything this, or having your family steal your ice cream. And you're all like, oh, that's what happened to him? Oh my gosh.
Ice cream.
Duchess, you are going to perceive. What is it you're trying to perceive to help with this song? What is it? How are you using
Oh, it has to be
perception?
for the song specifically? Fuck.
Well, what was,
to
or
help with the
just
situation.
the situation, the emotional journey. You're trying to play up the emotions.
Oh, here's one. You can look for good locations that would
You get
bring out the
location
song
scout.
even better. Yeah. Like, oh, there's a lake right there. Like,
I mean, that tracks her running ahead and like, yeah, pointing out good. Oh yeah, she'll have signs saying this is a good solo spot.
Oh, you can make signs to. Yeah, you're kind of giving like cues.
You're
and,
the
yeah,
production manager.
Yeah, like stage direction.
Yeah, hell
like,
yeah, Duchess would be so good at that.
All right, give me
You were in
a
the
perception
biz.
roll, Duchess.
Yeah, she got paid in exposure. She's
Oh my
totally.
god.
You were 100% in the biz.
Perception +5. That is a 22.
Should have. If I'd picked a 20 DC for this, you guys would still have 3 of 4 successes. Sha'Nehl or Dominic, who wants to go next?
I'm +7 in performance, so I'm gonna contribute the
You did.
baseline.
Oh, okay, you'll do a baseline? Sure.
I
Actually,
like
Dominic,
the idea
yeah.
that your performance is because you're just like an expert tap dancer.
I think, yeah, Dominic, maybe you should do a
Maybe
dance. Yeah, kind of a bit, yeah, kind of.
Trained in
Yeah.
Old Trachaloy. Oh, 22.
Okay.
So, okay.
So we've had
I'll-
one nat
I'll
20
keep-
and everything else, because yours was above 20 as well, right, Leo?
It was at 20.
Yours was, wow. All right.
13
Yeah,
plus 7.
I guess the Old Trachillian dance number is happening.
Yeah, there's a fantastic Trillion dance number. Wow.
And then finally there's Sha'Nehl.
So you guys have succeeded, but Sha'Nehl, there's 2 levels of additional success. If you can roll over a 15 on whichever skill you use to enhance this number, I will increase your sort of speed factor by 1. If you can roll over 20, we'll increase it by 2, basically. That this
What's
just
your-
went
Alright.
so well, yeah.
Investigation and survival are your best skills, right?
Yes. Actually, investigation is the best, but I don't know how well that would work here. How about history?
History.
Tell some really tragic, dramatic.
Yeah, exactly.
tales
You
from the
do.
olden
Yeah,
days.
like how in like a Disney song, like like they reference a bunch of historical figures here and there as like background, and you're like how old Mark Antony or old like yeah, exactly. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, perfect. So as you continue our big betrayal number.
17 plus 7 is 24.
Guys,
We passed with flying colors.
yeah, you needed 4 successes over 15.
No colors.
You had no failures. So 0 failures, all successes, 5 over what you needed to do. We will say that this ends with this beautiful thing, and it's like Duchess, you found like this perfect location for this like to happen, for her to sing like this like final climactic thing after she's referenced so basically you've had historical references to betrayal, you've had personal references to betrayal, you've had amazing views, eerie music, incredible dancing. Obviously she is singing like a superstar, and at the end of this she says, because like betrayal will come for you, like you never know when you'll be betrayed, and then at the last minute, or when, well, and then suddenly you guys find yourself in rapid time already back. Somehow the last like half of this verse you guys were just like swinging around trees as you were like singing the background, and suddenly you find yourselves back at the landing platform. None of you have even seen this before, but Duchess, you're back at the landing platform of the Flyboys. So we have the Koi Boys and the Flyboys. But as you're there, as Duchess suddenly like light just shining perfectly on him, this kind of like it's like even in black and white, the rim lighting is just like perfect as Fox is just like his muscles, it is like tank top as he's polishing a remember like the Magic Mike scene with like the welding, you know?
No.
It's like,
Yes.
anyway, he's just got like a huge thing, and it's just like shit, he kind of just looks up at all of you, and there's this like, you've never seen a more handsome Fox, and that's unfortunately the truth.
How dare you, sir?
Betrayal. It's a story of betrayal. So the point is, on this very noirish temptation ooze of how it actually feels thematically correct, after a beautiful number through the fairylands, you are back at this pixel. It's funny because in spite of the fact that his face is polygonal and partially pixelated, he's still the handsomest Fox you've ever seen.
Terrible.
On that note, we will end tonight's session.
That's how it works. That's how they always teleport all over the world in those musical numbers.
Well,
Doesn't make any sense, really.
I told you guys that singing was the key.
Yeah. So with that, we will end tonight's session. With you guys as the very foine looking Fox. These Project Joystick boys. That's where we'll end our game tonight. I do apologize, Vanda, for all the video game references, but just, you know what? Just treat it as Fairyland shenanigans, and you're getting 90% of what it is.
I'm an immigrant. I'm familiar with being.
We just need to have.
I'm familiar with
an
being
old man sitting by a fire that says, "Stay a while and listen."
Yeah. Yes, please do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the
Next-
secret
and then
cow
Duchess
level
pulls out a
cows.
fresh
We
meat
need
sign.
cows with, big polar.
Yeah, we need to have a secret cow level somewhere in the Feywild.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. We will continue our musical journey through the Fairylands next week. Thank you so much, players. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all this silliness. We have some other games on this channel, of course, like such as, for instance, on Friday, we are back with Blood from a Stone, which is, we had a pretty rough one last week, lost some characters, everyone's coming back in interesting context this week. I'm really excited as things escalate in the old Dreadlands. On Sunday, we have our sort of recap session for Here Be Dragons. So you'll see Vanda there, as well as all other dragons, or almost all our dragons will be there on Sunday. Then the week after that, we will come back with that game. And then on Monday, we will be back with Lost Lore Academia, where we will see more of Course Court. which you guys used to learn about on the Tuesday games here with Murder by Murder, which was a very fun one. And we'll see more Wednesday Line, who's becoming sort of the superstar of that game, I would say, in terms of the NPCs. Wednesday Line is just braiding the hair of anyone who wants it, making them honey buns. She's just trying to be normal, and my God, does Lauren hate being around her. So yeah, that's I think that's all we got for today. Thank you all so much for playing. I really appreciate you all being here. This is super fun. We'll see you next time. Until then, good night and good noir. Old timey voice. Bye.